There we go. Had an unlock on. That explains it. Gonna take intentional damage from these pirates, because if I do it right, I'm gonna be down low enough health that Ridley will just pick up the baby and go when I get in there. I don't have to even take any damage from Ridley. And since I gotta run through the rooms with the pirates anyways, there you go. Excuse me. That's right. How I didn't fall there. Thank you. Some fruit, please. I want some. Shoot some balls. I'm gonna get hit anyways. Might as well just run through there and not try to take the booth out. I'll try to do this without picking up the map stations this time. That might mess me up, but also might be faster. And that's the reason I unlocked this door the first time, or second time in this room, first time with the pirates, so I didn't have to go back up and kill those two again. Coming back through. I'll just roll on. Got one missile to pick up here on the left, and then I'm going right. There's basically two ways you can go at this point. You can bomb jump up there, and then you gotta do a bunch of crumble jumps, and then you can do all the stuff in Green Brinstar, or you can go down here. Actually do Crocomire next. It's a really interesting item order if you go this way. Coming at Spazer in a little bit, and the next item after Spazer I'm gonna get is Space Jump, and then Charge Beam, and then Screw Attack. I'm going to Space Jump and Screw Attack before any suits, before any of the big four, as you can see my splits. I'm actually going to do all the mini bosses except Batoon before any of the gold four, and I could actually, depending how I want to do it, I could do Batoon before Fantoon. It's just way I prefer to do this. I get hit once, that's fine. You can see why they call this hack falling. You can see why Cliffhanger is called Cliffhanger, because there's wall jumps all over the place. Here's a big falling like that. Yeah, that's right, those are shot blocks, not bomb blocks. Now one of those missiles right before the area where I could have bomb jumped up, because I gotta do Crocomire without Charge Beam. That's always fun when you're doing that with just missiles, so you want as many as you can get that aren't terribly far out of the way. Yeah, these guys are annoying. Trying to think where the next health is. That's right, I get that E-Tank before I get to Croc, so I should be okay despite being low. There's a refill pot in here, but it's bugs that take 2 hits with just the power beam, and there's nowhere good to stand except for on top of the pot, so it's, or the other pipe, so it's really hard to try to farm there. Unless you have at least one other beam or charge beam or something. Probably should use more missiles in there on those side hoppers. Yeah, not loving this health, but yeah, there's an E-Tank in this room, so I'm good. In fact, there it is. Should be 35 missiles if I'm counting correct. There we go. Nothing to worry about. I'd mockball there. If I can mockball there, I don't get hit by those guys, but that's fine. There's a farming spot in here. Each of those violets give me 5. And the only tough thing about Croc is there's some spikes in the floor in his room. Which means he's enough to dodge them. It's slightly annoying. There's full missiles, almost full health. Safety save. Because there's chances of dying down here, like I said. There, I got through without getting hit by any of those Ripper 2s. That's nice. Let's get spikes galore. Farming either, because I'm hitting his claw. Nice. One swoop. Please swoop. Please swoop. Please swoop again. Now it's going to be faster to die. And then try to farm back up those missiles. That's why I saved. That's the hard part about going this way first, but it makes the other part. You got space jump, you have to do all those crumble jumps. It makes things so much easier. And the bosses have all been buffed. Okay, I did pick that up, but I didn't remember if I did or didn't. There we go, full everything. Couldn't just have this through the door. maybe I can make it there and back with 179 and no E-tank, but most likely not. That's what charging is, so we'll come back after we get space jump. Given that I was so close on full health, that's a reasonable amount of misses. What, 14? I'm happy with that. Nor did I die that first time. Safety save. Oh, split it, Croc. I was a little late on that split. Oh well. 15, 20 seconds or whatever. We'll roll with it. So, I mean, you think the multi-vial is going to hit you, and then it hits the thing. But you know, the ledge right there, and it doesn't hit you. Way to miss. Way to miss with all those shots. So yeah, it's the earliest I've ever seen space jump in a hack. I mean, unless you count the route randomizer as a hack, or the item rando. That's an energy refill one, I'll go ahead and take it. And then to the right is farther on to Norfair, but I don't have any suits, and it's all heated, and to the left is a reserve tank that needs super missile. It's behind the super missile gate. Ah! What's the point in my filling up my health if that's gonna happen? That was not good. Also not good. Metroid's got that. Kind of safety save here. Wow, I'm just trying to die. I guess I go to that one farming spot and farm before I go get screw attack, because there's, you know, side hoppers and super side hoppers and key hunters in there. And I need all the missiles I can get. Yeah, more likely I'm gonna get hit by that multi-viola than that I actually stop him. And that I actually hit him and get a good drop out of him. Big health. Yeah, there's no way I get over there and back with my 179 that I had. Actually, if I do it right, I can farm these. Yeah, my phaser doesn't hit the thing. Good, I can farm these Kagos. Stupid Ripper 2. There, back to full health. I want to go straight to the room to keep going up, but I can't because it's a power bomb block, and there'll be power bombs come after Sports Bomb. Well, I could get them at GT if I went and got various suit right away, basically as soon as I could, but no. Basically right now, because I only need space jump to be able to get to various suit. And space jump and spring ball. Oh, come on. That would have been bad if I'd been hit by that flame. Let's say 100 damage? Or maybe 160, because I think they're 40 in vanilla when you have gravity suit. I'm gonna better say some sorry farm this guy, because he repeats till I'm full. Which is going to be now. Okay. Get back up here. Of course, you got the wonkiness of space jump without high jump. Which, if I had super missiles right now, I could get high jump, but I don't have super missiles yet. Nothing worse than that bomb blast. Send you back up into that flame. Nothing worse. Alright, let's go get up. Gotta come down here. We get one more missile, but there's some Desigas in here. Pseudo Screw is your friend. Charge Beam in general is your friend. Because let someone be able to one-shot those guys, or at least not with the beam. Okay, got in without getting hit. Can I get out without getting hit? That's the question. Manipulate him so he's over to the right. Hopefully I kept him over to the right. Okay, one hit's great. Come on. That's not horrible. Unfortunately, 65 more and I'm full. I'm just sitting farming these guys, repetitively farming these guys. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. That Squaterra is one, not likely to drop me health or anything. Two, that whatever that enemy is in the water with it does 100 damage. It's safer, easier to go here than to go back. I don't want to go to the right because there's that Desiga that's going to be falling on me the second I come in the room. There we go. No missile. Okay. $50 missiles I'm counting, right? 101 because there's 205 missiles, 80 supers, 50 power bombs. So he took away 5 missiles, added 6 supers. So 100 minus 5, 95 plus 6 is 101. Now, tricky room here. I'm just gonna wait till it comes. There's a crab that's gonna come down here and hit me. Don't mess around with those crabs, they do 120 damage. So yeah, the top of this room is high jump, but it's behind a super missile gate, so I won't continue that way for now. It's called Terra. Really having to do 80 on me. And not giving me any health back. That's just great. That's just great. Wait, there's a crab coming here. I thought so. I'm eventually gonna go down there, but I want to farm these crabs and get back to full. Cause I'd rather do that than chance dying in the screw attack area. Behind the red door is whatchamacallit, the map station. This is one room to the right of Kraid's mouth. I gotta have power bombs to go in the normal way. Saving my vessels. Come on. There you go, buddy. You come on too. Good drops out of you. Yeah, down there is Kraid. No grapple, actually, or there's a super missile block you can go through, but the way he's buffed. Not taking any chances. Those guys do 60, so I can take almost 3 hits, and there's him there and 3 more to the right. Also not taking any chances. I love a save. And this is for screw attack. Just makes the early parts, and just makes the rest of it. It's a little bit of a hassle to get, as well as space jump and doing croc first, but it makes the rest of everything, as you might expect, so much easier. Enough missiles, I didn't have to worry about that. That's why I farmed the missiles there, because that was like 20 to kill them. There we go. There's screw attack. Now then to get out. Actually, getting out's easier because you can space jump screw attack through the guys. That's right, you can't. That's just low enough that you can't walk underneath it. You gotta morph underneath it, which is annoying. There we go. Control myself. Whatever that he hit me, because I got screw attack now. I'm happy. That's all we can do down here, because we need super missiles or power bombs or speed booster to do anything else. That's okay, because onward we go to Green Brinstar, which is to the left of Morph Ball. That's right, I don't have Spring Ball yet. So here we go. Yeah, I love high jump, but no speed, no space jump yet. There's actually only one. You can break the tube. You don't actually have to break the tube to beat the game. There's only one item. There's one item north of the tube, and there's the save south of the tube. That's the only thing breaking the tube gets you. Alright. Get to full health, and I'll take it. So much Brinstar water. And this is such a pain of a climb because you don't have high jump. At least they put those ledges every so often, so if you fall, you can catch one of the ledges and not have to go all the way back down to the bottom, which is no respawn. Yeah, so if I don't go down a croc and get space jump like I did, then I've got to bomb jump this, which is doable, of course, but it's just a really high bomb jump. Thanks for not giving me drops. And there's a really pain in the butt crumble jump section in a minute. Not to mention just lots of enemies that are a pain if you don't already have Spazer. I mean, I guess you could go down and get the E-Tank, get Spazer, and then go back up without getting space jump and screw attack and charge beam. And then come back because you get like 3 tanks in the section. Yeah, so all those blocks right there that I'm jumping over right now are all crumble blocks. And if that weren't bad enough, there's that one side hopper there that you gotta dodge. And then most of these down pipes are also crumble blocks, which that's easy to dodge, but still obnoxious. And it doesn't make sense to come up here and get like just that one E-tank and then go on down. Because the hard part of up here is that bomb jump and then the crumble jumps. So I mean, if I'm doing that, I might as well go ahead and do spore spawn, get super missiles, and everything else up here. Well, I guess, and also this jump's a little bit of a pain without space jump. That jump into there, out of the spikes, or over the spikes in that yapping wall. again, this section is all doable with wall jumps. Without space jump, it's more of a pain. $65, I think, on the missiles. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of missiles before I get my first super. Almost aim like AM2R in that regard. Let's see. Okay, let's go down here and get this E-tank. To the right is X-ray, and then I want to say 2 missiles in a reserve. 7, okay. Yep, 7 spacer shots or 1 missile. We'll go 1 missile, much faster. Okay, down here is eventually an E-tank. One of the more ingenious gates I've seen. There's no way to glitch that migrating and bomb it, but there's also no way to hit it and close yourself in. So it's really good design. Because there's actually, I shot it, so well, it's still screaming. There's a block at the top where that 0 was, where I used the missile to open the gate. So if you don't shoot that shot block like crud, how do I open the gate? Because I want that E-tank. That's right, I've also got screw attack now. It messes up in water, but it doesn't work in water until I get gravity suit. Are we coming sooner than you think? I'm actually going to get gravity suit before barrier suit. Actually going to get gravity suit before any of the gold 4. To the right, left is an energy refill, but I'm already full. Don't need them for anything. They don't open a block like in Zero Factor or Ice Metal uninstall. Anything, they're just like, hey, you can wall jump. But obviously I already know that. Because the Force Wand doesn't play around with his damages, I'm doing a safety save. Since I've picked up, what, 3 tanks? 2 E-tanks since my last save. There's a decent chance I can dodge Force Wand. Again, he has way more health. I wouldn't say double the health, I had to guess. And he deals way more damage. I want to say his body does 60 instead of 12. Just like, and there's spikes in his room and they do 60. Luckily there's up here. I guess the other side would work too, but it's just easier to get to this one. And safe spot, he can't hit you up here even when he's going fast. So if you can pop him a couple missiles and then get back up here, you're good to go. Comparison, yeah, the spores still do 4. Not sure how many of those hit. Doesn't really matter. Another benefit to doing the bottom, the Crocomire first, I've got that extra E-tank. Obviously, space jump and screw attack are nice too, especially screw attack, but you could just space jump and continually screw attack through the middle of the room and he won't hurt you. Oh. Yeah, that always happens at least once. You miss your jump back up. Then you start opening the spores, will give you energy instead of missiles, at least the closest turret, which is the only one you can farm from. That's 4 rounds, probably 8 rounds, 9 rounds, I forget how many. 6. Seven, maybe 10 rounds. I don't know. Maybe he has more than double. I know Fantoon's basically double. If you can count the missiles, he's like 50 or 51. And normally he's 25. There's an X fast, that's 8 rounds. And Creed's easily double, maybe triple. Maybe more than that, because I can get like 7 or 8 supers in him before he goes up. And that's, you know, oh, never mind. Didn't switch to missiles. Each super does 300, so that's using 2400. So Grade might even have like 6 or 8,000 damage. Now, I mean, he's very near the end. You've got 60 plus supers, and you've got all your beams at that point. So it's not like it's terrible. And you got 10 E-tanks, 11 E-tanks, something like that. So it's not terribly worrying of death, just a long fight. And there's no quick kill, obviously, it doesn't have that much help. I lost track of how many rounds, 10 or 11, something like that. A little longer Batuan fights. I mean, sportsman, pardon me. I don't mind mini bosses. There's a farming pipe down that keeps doing one guy at a time. That room is the missile refill, which I don't need. That's the save, if I'm not mistaken. Next room up is the map. We're in the tunnel with some side hoppers and super side hoppers. And it's a green door at the end of the tunnel, which we don't yet have super missiles, but they're coming soon. Back up to Western Criteria. Another light split. Whatever. We're actually eventually going to go up and get power bombs, but first we're going to go down and get super missiles, pick up a couple more items, then come on back up. Hope if I didn't throw some missiles into the wall, that would be nice. That was right, those are bomb blocks, not shot blocks. You might wonder why they did this rather than just an elevator, and here in about 5 to 10 seconds is why. Well, first off, again, that name's falling, so you fall a bunch. Secondly, this is here. I mean, so I guess that's the benefit of doing this versus doing Croc first, is you have all those extra E-tanks for Croc. You just gotta do that bomb jump and do the crazy crumble jumps. Or I guess ceiling infinite bomb jumps if that's more your style. For a second. No. There's over near X-ray. There's a room with super missile door, and it's got 2 missiles in a reserve. But we'll do that when we come back and get X-ray. Those blocks over the spikes are actually crumble blocks. So of course you want to dodge them. And of course you're following the spikes. I could have farmed one of the Ripper 2s here instead of that Kakitak for that super. Oh. Come back this way, because now I want to go up now that I've... Oh. I guess since I'm already here, it makes sense to do this. Actually, no, it makes sense to go all the way down and do that, actually. And that's faster than going through the red, back through Pink Burn Star. Get a second super here and another missile. There, get out of my face. More interesting spots to put a missile is right at the bottom of the gate. That was the very last item I found. I had to watch the playthrough once they EDs to find it. So GT's next. Before GT, we're going to get power bombs. Then we're actually going to go get gravity suit. And then we're going to go to GT. Yeah, space jump without high jump is so annoying. Because you're just so used to the flow of it with high jump. The rest of it, let's say it this way, space jump without high jump and without respin is annoying. If I would respin, it wouldn't be so bad. Do a good job making that one way with the gate, but I mean, I guess well, that's one way anyways because of the falling. And that right there, that wave beam gate goes to G4. So we're back here and wait. Then an E-tank, a missile, and then we're back up. Actually, an E-tank, and then we're back in the parlor. We get a missile, or the equivalent of the parlor, I should say. And then same with the ship. That's the other reason, or another reason to go get Crockwire first and do Space Jump, because then you can get that E-tank versus having to make an extra trip back around here when you... I mean, I guess you could, that's not that far away, you could get Rep Forturian or something, but it's a pain in the neck. Screw attack is so awesome. Plasma beam is actually in this room, but you'll need you'll need speed booster to get it. Speed booster and super missiles and power bombs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, back to the ship. We'll save, and then we're gonna go get our first power bombs. To me, these are easier. The harder way is you go through some suit with Meridia, get to Botwoon, and get Berry Suit from behind him. And then with Berry Suit, you go through a section of Norfair, do GT, and there's a set of power bombs in his room where the missiles normally are. But that's just a pain in the butt, lots of death attempts and whatnot. And this is just one section with some side hoppers and some acid, gauntlet basically. So 3 rooms or whatever, it's a whole lot easier. Well, gauntlet 1, gauntlet 2, back through gauntlet 1 and back out, so that's much easier. And you have, what, 799 energy. Again, just the timings are all wonky. Not having high jump. Ah! I hate not having high jump. Deep breath. We got this. There we go. So when you take up in here, we'll be back once you have a speed booster. That was a 80 hit. So at least we took one hit from Side Hopper. And now these are the freaking blue Side Hoppers from Torian that take 5 super missiles to destroy. So I'm trying to group them together so they don't mess with me over here. Good. Because one can mess with you when you're opening the red door. Obviously, it means one super instead of 5 missiles because it's faster. Now then, to get out. Only a little bit of lag. I took, what, like 3 hits in there? Did he give me anything? No, he didn't. Come on. Nothing. Okay, couldn't even give me 5 health. Really? Good bomb jumping. Gotta do it again, because that guy. Oh! No! Whew, this is gonna be cutting it close. Yeah, should be good. There we go. And we're out with the freaking power bombs. I still think that's faster and definitely easier than the other because it's just a couple rooms of pain versus you going through Warfare, only very suit, lots of Kai Hunters, lots of evilness, GT with just spacer and whatever 10 super missiles. So GT fight takes forever. Okay, now we're basically gonna head not quite to Wreck Ship, but just before Wreck Ship. So we're gonna get down to Big Pink, and then we're gonna go up Big Pink. There's a green door that I could have bomb jumped up to, but it's nothing gained to have done so. And you're normally not going to have a ton of health after GT, and there's lots of death. I mean, if I backtrack 2 rooms or 3 rooms from GT, there is a refill pot, but actually, let me think a second. Do I want to go back and go ahead and get X-ray now? Here, I made notes earlier. Let me pull up my notes. Yeah, let me go ahead and go get X-ray. Okay, D2 are on the way to Gravity City. We're going to get X-ray first. And I'll get that extra reserve tank that's over here by X-ray. And there, oh, and there's an E-tank too. There's in that room with the, after the, what would have been the crumble blocks, the crumble jumps. That I didn't have to do because of space jump. I don't know why I'm worried about drops from them. My next item is going to be an E-tank. Yeah, we won't save here. There's little no chance of dying. And there'll be saves before I get in over to gravity suit and all that. And there's not much chance of dying there either, I guess. Yep, so I don't have high jump. I can make that in only two, the initial jump and one wall jump if I have high jump, but no high jump. And you need either power bombs or speed booster. You can speed boost at the bottom, or you can power bomb up here in the middle to get X-ray scope. So this is relatively a non-linear hack. There's like two paths you can take for everything. Like I could do, I mean, you can't really do Ridley first, but I could basically go to Fantoon right now if I wanted to. Or I could go to Botwoon if I wanted to. Actually, I could have gone to Botwoon. I think as soon as I had Space Jump, I could have Space Jump and Super Missiles. I could have gone to Botwoon. Okay, all those are crumble blocks. That's the big reason. Well, actually, no, I already had Space Jump by the time I got up here. Just it makes more sense to do this room now because I'm already right next to it. So yeah, I'm gonna kill everything in here, then come back and unlock the gate. Or that door, I should say. Yeah, I heard it open. Two missiles and a reserve tank. Kind of reminds me of a room in vanilla. Well, in this case, the reserve is hidden behind the missiles instead of the missiles hidden behind the reserve. That's right, I don't have a spring ball yet. Spring ball's soon. Spring ball's before Fantoon. Oh, that's right, they're both power bomb blocks. There you go, so that's everything in Pink Brinstar, I think. Just barely didn't make it up. There we go. Yeah, let's just go this way. And the reason you don't come this way is the gate, and it's really hard to glitch that. Obviously, somebody's telling us like Eternized Dragon can, but that's not me. Okay, so now we're gonna go to gravity suit. I could go get high jump now, but there's a super missile near there that needs gravity suit. That you need gravity suit to be able to get, so it seems a lot easier to go back. I'm less likely to forget that super missile, if I don't have high jump yet. And it is slightly out of the way. I mean, very slightly, but slightly out of the way. See why cover your butt save. I think it's my last save opportunity before gravity suit. There are a bunch of crabs in the pre-gravity room. That, as we've already established, are 120 damage a pop. They're fine since your spores are being obnoxious. First time up here. The reason I didn't just go right from the ship is there's some speed booster blocks there that don't let you go this way. Largely unless you go speed booster. The speed booster's coming after GT. In this water room, I'm going to space jump over. There is a missile on the bottom left, but it's morph ball tunnel, which got one spot where you either got space jump, spring ball through, or have gravity suit and screw attack. Not screw attack, gravity suit and bomb jump. I'm trying to remember which way I want to go. I'm going to go right outside the wreck ship, but I'm not going into the wreck ship. So here, I'll go ahead and unlock that door. There's some stuff up there. Right, if I go to the upper entrance to the wreck ship, I can go do. But I'll be coming back that way later. There's no reason to do it now. That's just one lag reduction. Two, it kills those guys faster. That guy almost got me. Again, 120 at a pop. Oh, that's right. Crap. Forgot what room I was in. So I'm probably not going to make it out of here before him. Oh, just barely did. Just barely made it for those two crabs. Bomb the over obvious spot. Fall down. and you're back in Red Brinstar. There's some stuff behind that green door, but that all requires, well, 2/3 of it requires gravity suit, which I'm about to get, so I'll come back through here later. Actually, let's go get, go get gravity suit first, then go do that room. Because I don't have spring ball, so I can't do that room yet. I mean, I could go get spring ball now, but it's like, routing it wise, it makes sense to not. Your typical Super Metroid, you have to use an item as soon as you get it, so. Fine. So that's why that room is with the sand and the water. Let's go release my captive. Have him bust open some sand for me. There we go. And again, that would be easier with high jump, but out of the way to get high jump. So yeah, I've got gravity suit. Before any bosses, I've done what, if you count bomb trees or mini boss, I've done 3 of the mini bosses. I've only got, I got morph ball bombs, charge beam, spacer, and I believe that's it. And space temperature attack. And yeah, like I said, really interesting item order. Now the reason I'm going to go do GT first is to get speed booster, because there's some stuff behind bowling trees, so there's at least one item that needs speed booster. That saves time, not having to go back around a second time. Also, that lets me go ahead and get plasma beam rather than have to wait on it. So I have to come back by the ship anyways. I thought that was the missile door, I guess not. See, all this is doable if you have spring ball. But those spikes do more damage than just, you know, general sucky water movement when you don't have gravity suit. And that's right, it's just this one missile. So I'm more than halfway through. That's the other crazy thing. I'm halfway through the missiles because I got 105 of 205, and I've got 10 of 80 supers and 5 of 50 power bombs. So I'm 10% through the power bombs, whatever. 1 of 8 through the supers, and I'm more than 50% through the missiles. Okay, then I'll back out to where those Kakataks and Zeros were. And I'll be back here later. Because that stuff I need grapple beam or gravity suit for, I can't get back up to thanks to a grumble block. I mean, one-way crumble. Well, I guess they're all one-way crumble blocks, huh? Listen to me. Yes, that room to the right of where I just was, where I the door is gravity suit, so it's just so annoying. It's like, oh, there's something there, and you want to bomb it, you want to shoot it, you want to do everything, and there's, you know, no way to get there. Because you get to it through Meridia, but it's on the Brinstar part of that. Kind of like Ridley, and if you've ever played Ice Metal on install. Because Ridley himself is in Norfair, his 1x2 room, but the room on either side of it are in the core. So let's go get the super missile. I guess it is possible to get up here without gravity suit, because I saw in one of the forums that someone had, and they'd gotten that super missile and then got stuck. They didn't have spring ball yet, so they couldn't jump out, and they didn't have gravity suits, so their bomb didn't elevate them any. Here, let's just save. Because I don't remember the last time I saved. Probably at the ship. Or no, I saved before I went to get gravity, but whatever. Some really precise wall jumping or something. I don't know. Now we'll go get high jump boots. One, now that I have gravity suit. But more importantly, now that I've got space jump. I mean, not space jump. Super missiles. And then back down. Then to Norfair to do GT. The sand's annoying. I'll just go the intended way. I'm gonna go with the, I guess for lack of a better term, the dry route. I mean, the map's pretty much open to me now. I could go to Crate if I wanted to, but I'll come back with some more E-tanks, a bunch more super missiles, and better beams. And all he guards is another E-tank anyways. He doesn't guard a major item. Actually, Ridley doesn't guard anything. By the time I get to Ridley, I should have all 101 items. Paranoia save, because I did just save before high jump. To the right is the escape from GT. So we'll be back here, I don't know, in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. There we got those missiles. Let's go back through Croc's area, which we were just here an hour ago. That's obnoxious. Him coming right in that thing where I was. So nice to have high jump. I don't have spring ball yet. So now comes my first heated run. Thank God for a suit. Okay, I don't have a speed booster, so I can just run normally in the liquid. Those metal screws are obnoxious. Forgot they were there. Nice non-mock ball there. 110, 115, 18 missile packs left. That's right. There's a reason I don't go left there, and that's because it's just to a room that leads to a save. It doesn't have any items or anything. I'll see if I speed booster, I could speed boost it through that. There's actually a room in Lower Norfair that's similar, but the blocks don't line up, so, or the bomb blocks, so there's no way to speed booster through it. I don't even know if there's enough room to get your speed, get a blue suit going coming into it, but you have to bomb or screw attack through it. Nice quick fall. When this is like the last thing I wanted to do through all these crumble blocks. Okay, that's right. This room with the violas. Let's just take it nice and slow and space jump up. I'm gonna try to wall jump. I'll try to do what I do. I might as well do it now rather than when I come back for Ridley. To the left is just a farming station room. This is just a missile pack. Well, just. So 120 missiles. And there's one I'm pretty full. Two's already in there because there's this right here that I'm gonna have to do to get rid of. Top right is the path to Lower Norfair. Needs wave beam to get to the top right of the room. The next room needs required grapple. Might be asking yourself, why doesn't GT fall down? That's because he didn't fall down until I was shooting the shot blocks below him. And I want to get the super missile and power bomb first. So basically, yeah, these are the other. This is the other possibility for the first power bomb, rather than the one I got in the ship. But you have to do all this. First off, you have to go get Barrier Suit, which is not hard, but it is in Suitless Meridia. And then you'd have to do all this section with just Barrier Suit. So we're going to be here a while. Assuming he still has 13,500 and more damage. He can only do 120 with this phaser. There. get those fine, then those ones are fine. Power bombs, a bunch of supers. One of them give me super, how nice. I do need at least one. So I've got 5. I'm fine with supers. 5's not much different than 20 in this point. Up there goes to a save, but I'll get another save in a minute. How far up my supers for a wrecked ship? Actually, there is a super. An item drop of super arena or super pack to pick up before wrecked ship. Actually, 2. Right, keep forgetting I don't have late split again, but that's alright. Keep forgetting I don't have space spring ball. I don't recall if there's anything at the bottom or not. Let's reload the room so the lava goes away. Actually, I need to go up anyway, so we'll go up and then we'll come back and check the bottom. Ah, come on. Horizontal, not diagonal. There we go. That way I don't have to worry about any of those multi-violas getting in my way as I'm trying to run. I'm pretty sure there's nothing down here. But there might be a room off to the right that has something. Nope. Okay, that's a waste of time. Did I get those missiles? Yeah, okay, I got those. Good. Okay, onward. Right there's a save, but I'm gonna save that one on the way up. Guys. I'll try through there if I can kill some of these key hunters now. That'd be nice too. And here we go. Out of Norfair, we won't be back until after Kraid. We'll pick up Bristol Pack and Pink Brennstar, and then some stuff near the ship, including the plasma beam. And some power bombs. Plasma beam, at least one power bomb. The super missiles off the shaft. I'm sure it's possible to get up to speed and do that mid-air morph and get up there, but 'Tis not easy. But the next major item is Spring Ball. Wait a wall. Oh heck. Okay, so 140, so we got 65 missiles. We got 13 missiles left. Yeah. So I'm at whatever, a quarter of my super missiles, and I'm already at like 2/3 of my missiles. Supposed to go all the way down. Go with the Decora, break some blocks, and there's a refill if you need it. And then go up. It's just easier to do that. That was a 3-tap, I believe. That's faster. Actually, why am I going this way? I need to go. Wait. No, that's fine. I'm gonna get myself turned around. Because I've got a speed boost up through the... Yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll get the E-tank and power bombs. And then I'll go to plasma beam, and then I'll go to the super missiles, and then I'll go to the right ship. I was thinking about going left, and then but that big tower is just a pain to wall jump up the whole thing. Like the first big fall. Never actually do open that super missile door behind me in this room. I'm gonna go in this room a ton. Let's go. Or actually, we'll get plasma and super stuff, then we'll come back and get the stuff in here. There we go. Supposed to power bomb some blocks up in the other part of the room, but I think that's faster, even though it took me 4 or 5 tries. That's not bad practice from the Green Gate glitch anyways. Have him gravity suit and 80 tanks and 2 reserves. Pantoon's not bad, he's just long. Like I said, I want to say 500 health or 5,000. And his eye does like 200 and something damage. So if you didn't have gravity suit, which is very possible to get there without gravity suit, you didn't have gravity suit, that'd be a one hit, and you're dead. You probably have 600 or so E-tanks. Yeah, we'll save the ship. I gotta go get that E-tank, then I gotta chance work across and get those power bombs, and then we'll go on and do spring ball and Phantoon and wave beam. It's so much more natural having high jump with it. Ah! Twice in a row. Okay. Too far to the right that time. There we go. Really wish they just made that 2-tile slide so the spacing wasn't so picky. Oh, didn't mean to power bomb that. I'm gonna try to charge this, it might not work. Of course, I shine spark into the door. My first power bomb didn't open the door. There we go, third time's the charm. Ah, too high. I think so. I'll be revisiting the ship to refill my health. Because there's no farming spot between here and Rick's ship, and that's just easier. That way I don't care about how much damage I take right there. See, it's annoying. You can do a 2-tap going up the hill, going right to left up those hills, but it's a 3-tap going left to right down the hill. Okay, it should be enough room. Tee up to speed. Yep. Didn't realize that and opened that door. Yeah, well. Doesn't really matter. That's right, let's get this info before I forget. Again, no spring ball yet. I forget, do I go ahead and get... Yeah, let's go ahead and get the other gravity suit items now. Or wait. No? Yeah, we'll go get them now. I'll take you right back up to Red Tower, and then we come right back down here. But yeah, this time we got gravity suit and speed booster, so everything's easier. It's easier with gravity suit off, because then I can just mid-air morph up. Where's the spot to come up? Where's the spot that lets me stand, please? It's gonna be better to reset the ship. Oh, there we go. But God, there goes a ton of health. That room's a pain because you can't see where you can go up. It's easy to just accidentally fall down into the other one. My health is not looking so good. 609, that's like 3 hits from Trantoon and I'm dead. Thinking if there's a farming spot or if it just makes sense to go back to the ship again. Oh, there's a farming spot, thank God. But I can't, pop them into the Samus there. I gotta let them come to me a little bit. So 150 at 205. So you got 3/4 of the missiles. Half the power bombs. And 30 of 80 super missiles. And I guess 2 of 4 reserve tanks and 9 of 14 E-tanks. Yes, 155. That's definitely 75% plus 1 more. this way. Kind of convoluted to get to, but what would a Metroid hack be without puzzles? Hey, at least this isn't Z-Factor. Or Containment Chamber, which, yeah, you'll never see me play. There we go. Oh, that's right, all those are rumble blocks. There we go. Pain in the neck. Oh, I don't know, you can get that power bomb. I was easily shooting that Rio. Oh, well, I didn't even hit the second Rio here in the left. Okay, so that's all this stuff. Now we're gonna go back around to wreck ship. Tried to hitbox those guys, obviously didn't work. No! I mean, sure I could do that. I could get where I want to go, but take just a tad bit longer. Yeah, I'm not gonna save. Famous last words, I'm sure, but let's go get Spring Ball, then go straight to Buddy Boy, Fantoon, then go get Wave Beam, which is Fantoon's prize. And the other stuff. Where does this take me out? That's what I thought. That's straight to Fantoon Ball. Get Spring Ball first. Oh, I'll try this. That door opened is the way to Meridia if you're gonna go get Barrier Suit earlier than I did and do Botwoon. That's how you go. It's pretty much all you start in the north and end up in the south, so it's relatively easy Suitless Meridia, but it is still Suitless Meridia. Actually, pre-opening that bomb thing was smart because I thought that Zero get over there. And get rid of any chance of my getting hit by him. Not sure why you fell off your thing, but thanks, bud. I don't want that 10 health you took anyways. Nor that 10 health. I do like that there's no coverns in this, no ghosts floating around wreck ship. Because before you find that powerbomb spot right near where I came in, it's just, you just blindly run around looking for something. So yeah, if I remember right, he has 5,000 damage, maybe 5,100. We'll find out. If I play it right, I should hit 5 rounds of 10, which would be 5,000. And if he's dead, great. And if not, he's got more to go. But flames, I don't mind so much because they're 10, and I've got gravity suit and a ton of health. Body on mine, it's like 230, 240, something like that. Or body eye, whatever you call it. So just tell them to be careful with the body, and because that lets me get 10 each time instead of 5, I'm going to deal with the range phase. Because I got space attack and whisker attacks, which is easy enough to do this. So it's 10. I did 2-1 super instead of 2-2 super. Let's turn 9. Let's change color so we know we're going halfway. Lost count of swoops, but the last one goes counterclockwise. There we go. So you saw him hit me there, and I was like at 980, and then also I was at 740, 750, so yeah, it was like 240, 230 damage. And that's with gravity suit. Without gravity suit, say it's 240, then it'd be 480, and then 960. So yeah, it's one-shot death. The first time I played this blind, when I played this blind, I got power bombs where I did up near the ship, but I got here with no suits, and it was not fun. Many save states are involved. Those illicit cheats to get past him. He's going on, he's not dead. Okay, 51. That looks like that first one didn't kill him. 50 or 51. Maybe he's dead. Once the flames got away, the explosions. Okay, so we got wave beam as our next major item. To the right, to the left there is, as you might expect, is the map station, which I don't need. I guess there's nothing preventing me from going back the way I came, but this is faster. The one annoying thing is that there's constantly respawning enemies all throughout the main part of this main room of the wrecked ship, so all those atomics. And then later on there's, oh, I don't even remember their names. They're that one in the wrecked ship on the way to the E-tank. In the room that unlocks after you beat Dragon. That guy, and then there's the spiky room of death, and then there's, you know, up to the E-tank, that guy. There's several of those, they auto recreate themselves or come back. Oh, I can do this. There we go. And in addition to the super missile, there's a missile hidden up here. This was the last missile I found, or second to last. I'm not sure if I found this one last or that one under the super gate blocking super missiles that you can get after Force. But I mean, it's just, just hanging out here. It's not a block. And then here comes Wave Beam. You can get into this room before you go Phantoon, but you can't get up here to the Wave Beam because of crumble blocks. It's pretty troll. God, this guy hides have a ton of health. If it takes 8 wave plasma shots to do him in. And that missile and super missile I got right before wave, I could have gotten before, and this one I could have gotten before, but I didn't need them, and it makes more sense to get them now. Actually, no, this one I couldn't have gotten before because the store's locked. My bad. I thought it looked really familiar. Oh, it's a super missile, sub missile, but otherwise I think it's just an exact copy of that room from Vanilla. Same location too, to the right of the attic. Okay, now we're gonna go bowling. Yeah, no grapple there because you don't have grapple, so you need to space jump across, run through the spikes and take damage, or Shine Spark. We'll clean up all these items down here near Bowling Chorizo. Bowling Chozo, I'm sorry. And then we're gonna go to Dragon, handle him. He's basically the same fight as Vanilla, just you don't have. He gives you grapple suits, grapple beams, so you don't have grapple to grapple that one turret. So I guess if you're talented enough, you could, I'm gonna call it, Shine Spark him. Yours truly is not. Can't do that short of a short charge. Yes, those guys constantly respawn. They'll be back in a minute. That's right, actually is. I thought it was just bomb blocks. It actually is. Power bomb blocks. This will start coming hard and heavy. That's like the third one I've gotten in like 10 minutes, or the third one I've gotten since Phantoon. I'll get 3 very quickly in Modern Warfare. And that reserve tank right there is the main reason I didn't go do this as soon as I got gravity suit. Well, I went on and did GT first because I wanted speed booster. Now right, left. There's right there is something right. Left is the escape, but there is something to the right here. Spiky room of death with a gazillion atomics. Another super missile. That's 4 super missiles. Boom, 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 boom. If I forget if I've got 50 or 55. Here, let's take the time to find out. 55. Maybe 60. It's not worth staying to farm all of it. It's fun them to get to 60 or 55. Just wanted to know. Because there's at least one in Meridia, so 55, 60, and the 3 in Lower Norfair, so that's 75. So yeah, there's another one in Meridia, which wouldn't surprise me if something like, yeah, there's 2 more in Meridia, so I'm at 55. 2 in Meridia, that's 60, 65, 3 in Lower Norfair, 70, 75, 80. Yeah, I'm good. I did not miscount. So we get on the ground. There we go. Let's not forget this reserve tank here. In a minute. I'm about 3 rooms ahead of myself. There is a save here, so I'm going to save with wave and all these extra items. So as you can imagine, if you're doing earlier Botwoon and getting various suit, this would be paying all these sizers and their suit. You have to have space jump or spring ball. Dodging that little spiky out of the water guy that does like 100 damage. Not fun. And just very easy to miss that reserve tank because you fall faster without gravity suit and you can't come back up. And you could reboot to the save, I guess. But that's a pain. Come back here in a minute and go back up to the right and whatnot. What's nice is you don't have to kill all these space pirates, pardon me. You're probably going to for at least some of them for mobility through the room, but they're not required. You've got gravity, you've got plasma and screw attack, so it's as easy as it possibly can be to kill them, but that's right. Away from Dragon. I don't think that shot block reforms, so let's reload the room. I don't think it respawns, that's the word. I'd rather take a second time through the eye door than fall down the crumble block. Oh, that's right. I always forget that I can X-ray buffer this. That makes for a much easier, much faster fight and an easier fight. I always forget. I'd forgotten I could do that every time I've done this because I'm like, I forget that I got X-ray and plasma. That was nice. He's dead. Get me some grapple beam. It's pretty ingenious the way they require it to get into Norfair. Or into Lower Norfair, I should say. Because you come out of a one block high tunnel like that and you fall. And you got 3 grapple blocks you can grab onto. If you don't, it's a one-way trip down to, you know, a 2-room reset or loop back around. Which isn't the worst thing in the world as far as time, but it's just you have to have grapple to get through. I guess I'll probably use that X-ray buffer again on Botch Wound. It won't do me good on Ridley, and I don't know that it does me any good on Kraid. Though I can try it on Kraid. Nope, too far to the left. There we go. If I remember right, I'm going to have 190 missiles, 65 supers, and 40 power bombs coming into Lower Norfair. And I want to say 12 E-tanks. That door that I opened, I picked up the missiles. I'm not going to go back down and through. It's just a missile refill. Which I obviously don't need because I am almost full of missiles. Pretty ingenious placement of that E-tank, just you're going to be shooting up that way anyways. Because of those sizers, you already got wave and plasma, most likely. And so you're just going to hit it. To the right, it's the energy refill, just like at Dragon and Vanilla. There, now my reserve should be full. I can get, what, 2 super missiles, missile, I think there's a power bomb. Let me look for a second. I have a map, isn't really. Yes, it's the thing. Yeah, should be good. I don't feel like I've missed anything. I'm not sure where power bomb 40 is, or 36 to 40. But I'm pretty sure it's in here. Like killing things. Not sure if I'll show to run through the gate. Oh, that's right, that's where the other... Nice and easy. I've ever only gotten one drop from Batoon. I was full on everything else. This short split, yeah, 5 minutes, 4 minutes and change between Dragon and Batoon, nice. So yeah, get up that power bomb, that missile, 2 supers, oh, and ice beam is the only other major item. It's kind of a convoluted way to get there through like 6 rooms of crumble blocks, and I mean, I guess you could call it a puzzle, which means fairly obvious. Just wait, that's right. Gotta go up here because there is the fast tunnel like there is in vanilla, but there's crumble blocks at the top of it, or at the room at the top of it, so it's one way. Just faster to take that damage and try to be safe through there. And I got plenty of health, and there's an E-tank on the way to Ice Beam. Yes, this is the power bomb. Bored for a minute watching Shack Tool. I really wish more hacks did like the route Rando does and made this into a super block. And then put one at the other end that lets you come back out so you can just go underneath and not bother with waiting on the sand. Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten when I was worried about the power bombs. I'd forgotten about this one. Guess right outside, or where the plasma is in vanilla. Right off the pre-Cassie's room. Okay, now then we're gonna have a missile and a super missile in Mama Turtle room once I get there. There's the aforementioned crumble blocks at the top of the fast tube. There's missile 190, but I have super missile 60. After I wake up Mama Turtle. I don't care. I don't like it, but I don't care. There's that E-tank before ice, and there's E-tank after Kraid. So my health isn't really a worry. to the right, it just takes me back to where I went in nearby wound. There we go, got the jump first time. All these platforms that these sizers are on are crumble. In fact, I think all of them, not just the ones the crabs are on, are crumble blocks. Lots of spring balling through this section, lots of grapple blocks, lots of some places where I could either spring ball or space jump. For safety, I'm going to spring ball, because if you, most of them, because if you mess up, it's like 3 or 4 rooms back that you have to go. There's also a circular up right, up left, up right, up left, as you saw there. That's a pain. More grappling here. Or immediately morph balling and then spring balling. Which I guess is not hard to do there. Okay, so E-Tank, Ice Beam, and then down to Lower Norfair. Oh, E-Tank, Ice Beam, Kraid, Lower Norfair. I said Kraid's not hard, Kraid just takes a while. Because of how freaking much health he has. I mean, now, hitting Kraid or hitting, not the claws, but the other things he shoots out the spores does a ton of damage. But it's not. But I mean, you've got so much health. It's not that big of an issue. Let's go ahead and take the hit from that guy. And he actually went onto the underside of the crumble blocks. Interesting. I think I'm done with the puzzles. Well, I'm done with the chance of falling. I love this attention to, okay, you need super missiles there. We're gonna give you a forming spot with enemies that give supers at a fairly decent clip, just in case you happen to not have any. I don't want you penalized for getting here, and then you have to go back like 6 rooms or something. So up is the E-Tank, down is Ice Beam, and then I'm done with Meridia. Hit 190, 65, 40. There's 3 missiles, 3 supers, 2 power bombs, and 2 E-Tanks. And then I'll have all my items after Ridley. After Ridley, it's just let's get to G4 and let's get done. Just because of one-way passages and whatnot, you gotta go back through Pink Brenstar. So go to where Morph Ball was and go left. But not so bad. Thank goodness finally have the Ice Beam. Which helps a ton with Ridley, because Ridley is the hardest thing to hack. Mother Brain is child's play compared to Ridley. Mother Brain is just normal. At least normal damage, I'm pretty sure. Ridley, I mean, you go in with 80 supers. That's right. Full health, full reserves, and Ridley still. No chance. He still might be either dying or trying power bombs just to control his patterns. hand cramp. I don't think I need to save. Parents' last words, I realize. Cry if anything. Cry if that doesn't reach. But I'll be full on everything getting. What do you mean power bombs don't hurt him? Oh, they do. It just didn't, because it's taking just one shot there. Just there wasn't any obvious sign on the screen that they're hurting him. Okay, this just take my damage. There's the refill room above us with missiles and energy. Also, there's another farming spot there, double farming spot, 2 of those pipes, but that one's after the spikes are going to get hit on anyway, so I might as well just use the one for that one. I think I got 5 in? Oh, I only got 4 in the same time. Yeah, I can't activate buffer in, but I'd have to be in the air. Yeah, I had been using supers, but 3 supers is 1 charge shot. I don't have to worry about switching between beams and missiles. Also, I have to worry about during the claw. This plasma penetrates enemies. Much easier to find. Yeah, so glad I used plasma. Okay, so I'll save at the bottom when I go down the elevator to Lower Norfair. I'm not gonna die between here and there. No way about it. There we go. Not sure how my screw attack missed that for last side hopper, but super side hopper, but whatever. Man, it's almost 2 a.m. I'm tired, but I'm in the home stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 more items. 1 more boss. Never been through. I'm gonna go back through Croc's room one more time. Never been through Croc's room so many times in my life. That's just the way this hack is laid out. It's not a dead end over here to the left like vanilla. Ah, screw it. I'm not gonna be able to short charge that today, I guess. Where that wave gate is, that's actually the escape from Lower Norfair. So I can get like a couple rooms down, but there's, I mean, you're stuck one. It's obvious. It's a one-way path, and you're stuck. Just love freezing yapping moths for no reason. So I mean, if that second one reformed, that second chrome box, here you go, got a morph. Ah! Of course I make a big deal about earlier and I fall. You see, there's no, if there's, you know, if you're 3 blocks high, or maybe even 2, you could, what you call it, spin jump, and then you could wall jump or something. That's not too far to come back. That's, you know, 2 rooms. I mean, at least they give you 3 bomb blocks. I mean, grapple blocks, not just 1. That'd be a pain if they only gave you 1. Actually, let's go this way first. Get this E-tank. Oh, I don't have to worry about them after I've gotten the E-tank. To the right there is just a dead end. Or it's not a dead end, but it's a one-way path in the room. Which one of those? Hey, what's this? Oh wait, crap, I came out. I gotta go back around type things. don't know how I didn't get hit by any of those waivers. I'm surprised I got hit by that Nova, and that's fine, whatever. I'm very surprised none of those waivers hit me. 8 left. 8 items, that is. About to be 7 items. Six items. E-tank here. A room with fire fleas. Worst kind of room. I say ow, but whatever. Because, I mean, that's right there. So 5 left. 2 missiles, a super, and 2 power bombs. More you can do in there, but it's just, you know, more dead ends to get you stuck. Four items left. Oh, that's right, that's a crumble block. I'm like, why is it not breaking? Four left. Oh, that's right. Room's mixed up. Oh, those actually are spikes in the ceiling. Okay. That's the deuce. Probably should have taken the time to farm there, but I won't. 3 items left. 2 missiles and a power bomb. I know where both are. First missile's in here. Second power bomb is near the save on the way to Ridley, and the other missiles are between the save and Ridley. One missile, one power bomb. I got this. I could finish before the hour. Before 3 hours. So I don't die at Ridley. And if I go left, that's where that I ran and shots worked up, and then there's a hard door down that power run with into the missile, the super missiles, and that E-tank and whatnot. Come on, I can shine spark. Really, I can. Close enough. See if I can get a Gary bomb. Gary boost. Don't know if I lit that right or not. Props to Garrison for finding that. That's that. What is this? Oh, that's right. This is this. So there's that E-tank in that room. I could have come, open the green gate, come get it this way and come back. Yeah, no, actually, there's a power bomb block there. That's the way forward to Ridley, but I want to get this power bomb first. Whatever, on my health, there's metal pirates, and there's plenty of spaces to farm in the pre-Ridley room. I'm talking about that it'd be impossible to shot spark because there's not a straight horizontal path through the room. There's not enough space to get up a spark anyways, but it's item 100. I got one more missile pack, and that's everything. Kraid don't mess around, Kraid don't mess around, but Ridley don't mess around. His body does a ton of damage. Like 200 and something to hit with gravity suit. Just like Fantoon's, alright, kills you fast. So in general, super missiles is an item of choice because they're DPS and they do double damage. Power bombs if I'm low and I just want to control his pattern. last item in the game. Let's hope I only have to pick it up once. That whole section after that one block is ruined. His spring ball, his grapple block, or crumble blocks. I just don't have to fart with any of those guys. Just holding left and A, doing it one-handed. On my right hand, do my left hand to break. Yes, of course you can space jump that, but I don't take any chances of falling. Here's the good old pirates. No shine spark. I don't know when this hack was made, but no shine sparking them because of those spikes. Okay, one away from Ridley. Deep breath, pull in the reserves if I'm close to death. It's so weird that the body's what you want to dodge, not the tail. The tail just does a normal amount of damage. The body is killer, obviously. Oh, he's dead. He has to. I'm not taking any chances of him picking me up. I'm just gonna keep blasting. Dead Ridley, first time. Nice. It took all 80 of those supers though, so I guess he has either supers don't do double damage to him or he has double the health. One of the two. I don't think there's anywhere that's worth farming. Oh, that's right, it did stop too early. I can't think of anywhere that's really worth farming on the way up to North Mentorian. 205 health is plenty. 205 missiles is plenty. But I'm also going a long room off to the right here and farming, filling up my health and energy refill. But I'm just going to hit the baby anyways. I didn't have to use any of my reserves, so here, I'll just get the supers off these guys. And the ones in the pre-croc room. That'll be the extent of my intentional super farming. I guess I'll... just running through stuff is so nice. That's got me 10 more than I had. That's 14. I probably just wait to save Turian, and I probably will save Turian, but there. Just that way in case something horrible happens, I don't have to fight Ridley again. That's a pain in the butt, Ridley fight. I mean, when I took 2 hits from him early, I was just cringing. I was like, yep, we're just gonna keep popping supers in him and we'll see. Another reason I've run a little bit is going to do mid-morph. I don't want to hit down before I jump, and then possibly send the elevator back down and have to, you know, waste time going down one more elevator ride and then back up 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever that is. Get him full into 2 power bombs. And I think this is faster than going up to the ship. I might be wrong. The thing I like about this hack is the drop rates have been bettered. So yeah, of course, if you're full, they're still level 1 of small health, big health missiles, and level 2 of super missiles, power bombs. But like those red bugs have a decent chance of dropping super missiles or power bombs. Either that, or it's, you know, everything's level 1. So like if you're full on health, those guys are guaranteed to drop supers, maybe, even if you're not full on supers. I don't know. That's just my guess. Could be 1,000% wrong. I don't know how you smile or anything. Oh, didn't mean to double open that. It only made sense if it also killed the second one. It doesn't reach the second one. I should never see this. Dumb luck that guy gave me energy, not a super. Would rather got super off of him. Oh well. I don't know, just because it's late and I'm tired, I don't want to screw things up. I'm not going to do stand-up glitch. It is possible, I've done it before, I just don't feel like taking a chance and screwing something up. Sorry. More ingenious design. You need a power bomb in the first room of Victorian to get past the elevator. So those guys, well, they drop me supers, but they drop power bombs as well. So you get a fairly good likelihood of getting a power bomb there off of them. 2:22 a.m. Torian's the map is the same, and I mean the Metroid rings are slightly different, but it's pretty much the same. And the escape, it's fairly straightforward to get to the shaft, and then the shaft's different. So there's a good chance I could be done in under 3 hours. So that power bomb thing is tricky, because what if you've only got one? You do it, and then you're stuck. Unless you can kill some Metroids and get lucky and get a drop. Here we go. That's right, you don't have to kill the Metroids, you can just run. So, why don't we? When they respawn and there's unlimited of them. Okay, in the last room you do have to kill them. At 36, whatever, it's not full supers, but I don't need full supers. 16 for the Zubs. Yeah, I'm good. Also, interesting that that door after the is a red door. So is this one. And ostensibly, you could go back out. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. Oh, let's take some damage. No stand-up animation, or no kneeling animation facing left. So you go straight standing up, save the 45 frames, 3/4 of a second, yada yada yada. I mean, I have enough stuff. I could have ostensibly done a crystal flash. I think that's slightly faster to do a crystal flash. I mean, because obviously the power bombs aren't going to do me good. 25 versus 35 super missiles at this point doesn't really matter. But it took me 3 super missiles to do what one should have done. Yeah, probably should save there, but I'm not gonna. I took 14 supers. Remember, it's still 20 shots here. Wow. I got like 3 towns there. Okay, we'll be waiting for a little bit. $36 shots unless they change the damage for other brain 3. Look, Ma, no eyes. Not exactly as precision as, say, the Mr. Sandman fight from Mike Tyson's Punch Out for the NES, but yeah, I can escape in less than 3 minutes. We're gonna be sub 3 hours. That makes me happy. That's right, this room's a pain. Happens by accident. Sounds smart. Oh, I don't have to sound smart. Okay. That chance working there makes it harder on me. Oh, that's right. I thought I was on the left side. I'm on the right side. Yeah, no, there's chance works there. Well, and I might have gone to save the animals, but I want to make sure I'm under 3 hours. That's right. I get why they do it, because we should go up and that thing game that is obnoxious. Done. 2:59:37. I'm gonna go ahead and save the splits. And let's wait for Deer Force to confirm I got 101%. Deer Force. %. There we go. Thanks for watching. See you next mission.